Yo! YouTube, what is going on today? Hey, welcome back to the channel. Hey, in today's video, guys, we're actually doing something a little bit new. It's going to be different than our loadout videos. Today, we're actually reviewing a controller. This is going to be one of the best controllers for Warzone, in my opinion. So, Cinch Gaming actually sent me a PS5 controller, and I've got to say, guys, it's probably one of the best controllers I've ever felt and I've ever used. The great thing about the PS5 controllers is that they have a 0 millisecond response time in comparison to the PS4 ones, which usually have a 1 millisecond. Difference is huge. I know a millisecond doesn't sound like a lot, but trust me, guys, once you use a PS4 to the PS5 controller, you will recognize the difference. In the video today, guys, I'm actually just going to show you guys the controller. I'll go over some of the settings, my personal Warzone settings, and then I'm also going to just show some of the gameplay that I got with the controller. Before I get into all that, guys, please, if you're new here, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and also drop a like on the video, throw a comment down below. It would really help me out. I appreciate you guys. Let's get straight to the stuff. Here's the PS5 controller that I actually customized on their website. Super clean. I got like a dark metallic with a silver lining, and then as you guys can tell, there are the back buttons right there. In addition to that, I also got the digital tap triggers. As you guys can see, they don't go down all the way. They're very responsive. So as soon as you hit that trigger, it's going to activate the response on the controller immediately. It's a lot quicker than holding and pushing the button all the way down. It's definitely a preference. So if you don't like a stiff feeling, if it's something that you don't really know you can get used to, definitely something to consider, but they are really incredible. Now that's going to be all for the controller and the aesthetics of it. Now I'm going to show you guys my settings, my sensitivity, my ADS settings, all of that right now on my Warzone game. So let's get straight to that. So personally, I run tactical layout. This is going to allow me to slide, especially slide cancel in Warzone with my thumbstick. I don't use the buttons. I actually use jump on the left and ping on the right for my back buttons, but tactical allows me to slide cancel with the thumbstick. So that's my personal preference. I know a lot of people run default and then they'll use the back buttons as jump and slide. Whichever you prefer. This doesn't have too much of a crazy impact on the controller specifically, but that's what I prefer. Now your 0 left stick input is going to be 0. Now the reason I have it at this is because when you're sprinting, your auto tac sprint, you want it to be responsive immediately. You don't want a dead zone. Dead zone basically forces a barrier about which your thumbsticks move and how much they react. You want your left stick to react immediately as soon as you do it because that's your tac sprint. Now the right stick input, this one is going to be a little bit more just because your stick drift is going to be a lot more apparent if you have it lower. So I keep mine at a 0.03. I actually stole this from Biffle. So you can mess with this a little bit, but if you have more stick drift, you're going to increase your dead zone. If you have less, you can lower it. Now going into my horizontal and vertical input sensitivity, this is going to be the most important one for your sense. I personally prefer a lower sensitivity. People sometimes even run a 5.6. I've heard players that the prime sensitivity is 9.9. Whichever you prefer, I prefer a low sensitivity so my shot is super clean, which is why I run a 6.7. Now ADS sensitivity multiplier, this is actually going to multiply based on your sense, your horizontal and your vertical sense. I prefer a lower sensitivity, as I said earlier, because I'm a very slow player, very methodical. I like to have a really good shot. So I run a 0.85. It's basically going to allow me to shoot a little slower. But if you want to keep your aiming versus your not aiming sensitivity the same, a lot of people run 1.0 just to keep things consistent. Aim response time is going to be dynamic. I've tried running standard, guys, and all of the pros run dynamic as well. I just think it helps out a lot easier with tracing people that are flying in the air, so go ahead and try that out. Now, obviously, you're going to want to run your aim assist. I keep mine personally on standard. It's, again, those are all personal preference. I know that they say if you're newer to the game, then you can also run focusing, precision, but personally, and again, listening to all the pros, everybody runs standard, so that's what I would recommend. Lastly, guys, most of the stuff's pretty standard, but getting to the really, really important one, contextual tap is going to be very important for use and reload behavior. This allows you to basically choose between opening a door and reloading. Instead of like always holding down the button to reload, instead of always holding down the button to open chests and open crates, this basically uses one or the other. It prioritizes opening doors and opening chests, but you can also reload just by tapping if nothing else is in the area. So lastly, this is actually going to be super important, your slide behavior. Instead of having this on hold, which is going to make your game and your character feel super unresponsive, make sure you guys are running tap. That means anytime you hit your slide, you're always going to be hitting it instead of having to hold it and time the hold perfectly. As soon as you tap your slide, it's going to be doing it immediately, which just makes it a lot more responsive and a lot cleaner. Your movement is going to be improved a lot. Trust me, a lot of people don't run this, and I didn't run it for a while, and I started running it, and it is just incredible and will make your movement feel a lot smoother. In addition to that, my auto tac sprint is actually right here. I used to not use this, so every time I wanted to run, I'd have to click the thumbstick in. Guys, if it's something that you can get used to, the auto tac sprint is OP. There's a reason that it was banned in professional leagues, and I promise you, I was so hard-headed because I didn't want to change for the longest time, but please trust me, if you can get used to auto tac sprint, absolutely do it. It is broken, and it's extremely OP for those close range engagements. That's going to be all of my settings, guys. I'm going to run a gameplay that I ran with the new PS5 controller. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Let's get straight to it. There's 3 people to do.
Oh my Jesus!
I mean, there's so many people there. There's quite so... There's...
I knew this.
Do I land here? Feeling good about this?
Yeah, I think it's every man for themselves right now. I'm in no place to give any advice.
Top 25. Nearly there. Loadout drop inbound.
Oh, I should have had her over. You got your fun on you.
I'm good.
Oh my god!
What did I just walk into?
Behind us.
What did you walk into?
I just walked in, bro. There's two teams just going at it with PPSHs. Like, all four of them, bro.
Oh my god.
I'm a prophet. That's all it is.
Garbage.
Just you and them. Finish it.
A 1v1v2. Let's see how this goes.
There was some definitely on the roof, I will tell you that much.
This is Phoenix 3. Strike inbound.
You got a free buy.
Enemy is still alive. Repeat. Enemy UAV active. Gas is inbound. Marking the new safe zone. Gas is inbound.
Dude, I mean, bro, that precision is literally so far away. It's literally bouncing up top, and then it just... Dude.
What?
That precision was so far away, and that last one literally just went so deep in.